Good evening and welcome to NCC News. I'm Andrew Noll. As you can see on campus, it's a little dark and gloomy today, but last night was absolutely electric. Syracuse Common Council had their study session today at City Hall. Find out about what issues will be a hot topic at voting on Monday. The number of hate crimes incidents in the U.S. did not show much of a decline this past year. According to the FBI's 2018 hate crime statistic report, it shows that more than 7,000 hate crime incidents were reported by law enforcement agencies to the FBI. If you're feeling down today, find out how you can turn that frown upside down. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Just mentioned that the crowd started to fade a little bit. What do you think was the turning point of that game when the crowd finally said, "I've had enough," and they started heading for the exits?
Yeah, definitely. One play specifically that stuck out was when Trill Williams made an interception and brought it back all the way to the Clemson 3. However, Syracuse on 4 straight plays ran the ball and were stuffed constantly by that tough Clemson interior defense. So really, once that happened, it seemed like the fans were deflated as well as the players. Rides are important for a fair to be successful, according to Alan LaVenture. Thank goodness I'm tall enough to enjoy this ride. For NCC News, I'm Andrew Noll. New York has officially changed the minimum age to buy e-cigarette and tobacco products. New Yorkers and visitors of the state must now be 21 in order to buy these products. Popular digital payment methods are growing. Currently, there are quite few options, including Venmo, Google Pay, and PayPal, just to name a few. Catching up with the times, a new feature to the Facebook conglomerate is Facebook Pay. It's the newest way you can utilize Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp to pay for just about anything. After the game, Dino Babers was definitely disappointed in the missed opportunities by the team, but they will definitely be looking to rebound next week on the offensive end when they face Western Michigan at the Dome. According to team management, as the team builds their reputation with the Syracuse area, they believe attendance will increase. They also believe, since they have great deals like $1 Thursdays, which means $1 hot dogs, that they believe more fans will come out to their games as well. From NBT Bank Stadium, I'm Andrew Noll. The fallout continues tonight on the SU Hill following racist graffiti found in a dormitory last week. Tonight, a group of student protesters are gathered in the Barn Center at Archbold Gymnasium, and that's where our NCC News reporter, Dariani Abreu, is now. Dariani, what are the protesters asking for? Well, folks, if you've ever needed more of a reason to be kind, today's the day. NCC News is here to wish you a happy World Kindness Day.
That's right, guys. Be sure to spread some love and keep those around you warm.
That's all we have for you today on NCC News at 4.
I'm Chelsea Siegel.
And I'm Andrew Noll. Have a great night, Syracuse. Hong Kong reaches an all-time high of violence and rioting. According to Cantonese officials, the city is no longer safe. According to a Change.org petition that surfaced earlier today, several U.S. exchange programs are currently affected by the city's riots, one of which is SU's Hong Kong Study Abroad program. The iPod was created on this day, but how many years ago? The answer to that might really surprise you. Back after this.
Okay, Andrew, so today is actually National iPod Day. Okay?
Really?
Yeah, so this day in history, 2001,
Oh my God.
the iPod was created. I don't like saying that it makes me feel old because that's super cliche. We're only 22, 21. But wow.
I mean, wow is right. I'm 22, 1997. I was 4 around then when it came out, and I mean, I've seen the iPad Nano, the iPod Mini, all these different ones, the iPad. I've had some of them, and it's just incredible to think that all these things were so long ago. Borrowing opportunities driven by the Federal Reserve. The previous record was $12.7 trillion in 2008's third quarter. Well, the Onondaga County Executive Live debates got off to a heated start this morning. NCC News' Joanne Lee attended the debate between this year's county executives. Joanne, could you tell us what you heard and saw at the debate today? New today in the impeachment inquiry of President Trump, Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky said he sensed that Trump was going to ask him to investigate Democrats before he took office. Zelensky said he received a congratulatory call from Trump when he won the election in April and felt pressure from Trump and his personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, almost immediately. The White House has yet to comment on whether that phone call included a request to investigate Democrats. And for anyone that can't make it to the display or the terrorism panel tonight, will there be any opportunities to participate or discuss?
So why is this necessary for Syracuse?
Well, Nick, both the Common Council and the project coordinator thought it was necessary because it could really help the economy grow by helping businesses prosper downtown and create developmental standards that will help improve the environment with more green infrastructure and help preserve neighborhoods. The Common Council met and discussed many issues that can affect local residents in the upcoming months. Since the cold weather is coming soon, one issue will spark a lot of debate during voting next week. Syracuse Common Council met at City Hall to hold their study session for next Monday's voting. One issue the Common Councilors seem to be torn on is a new snow removal program used to remove snow from the sidewalks in order to reduce danger. Syracuse Common Council member and Majority Leader Stephen Thompson thinks looking at the data of the program could be the answer to if it's a program needed in the future.
From the city administration relative to where it's going to be expanded to, what criteria was used to aid in the expansion and whatnot. So we need to look at the data.
Thompson and many other members seem to be on board with the snow removal program. However, 2nd District Common Council member Chad Ryan was not as sold on this idea.
That currently I shovel my sidewalk, so because somebody else doesn't shovel theirs, I have to pay more taxes so that they have to shovel theirs, so somebody can shovel theirs.
The city started this program last year when they hired JSK Snow Services. The Common Council and JSK Snow Services are trying to figure out a way to improve the program. Ryan believes the current system could work just fine if everyone did their part.
The current system works if you execute the rules. You can fine people for not doing their sidewalks. They don't do that, but you can. But unfortunately, the folks that follow the rules are going to get punished.
The Common Council and JSK Snow Services will hold a committee meeting this Friday to talk about the data of the program, which could lead to a hotly contested vote on Monday. Like I said, there will be another committee meeting in 2 days to the logistics of the program. Voting will take place Monday. Promises to be an interesting one, guys.
It certainly does, Hank. What do you think will happen here?
From talking to a few of the Common Council members after the meeting, it seemed like they were very on board with this. However, like we saw, Ryan was one of the ones, and he could maybe string some debate in there that could change what's going on. Let's take a look at some stories within the community, including a climate change meeting and autism awareness on Halloween. But first, a Syracuse project is ongoing that can help change the potential future for residential neighborhoods and businesses in the area. The planning director of the project and a Syracuse Common Council member gave insight on how this project may impact the city of Syracuse and its residents.
The Zone Syracuse project will revise and update the city's zoning ordinance and map to help facilitate the implementation of the Syracuse Land Use and Development Plan of 2040. However, the project could come to a stall if the Common Council and project coordinators can't agree on the usage of special permits. The planning director of the Syracuse and Onondaga Planning Agency, Dan Kwasnowski, believes special permits can bring benefits to residential neighborhoods and businesses if made compatible.
And the way they make it compatible is through conditions that are placed on the decision. It could be lighting, it could be landscaping, it could be a lot of different things.
The project has many objectives posted on their website. Here's a few of them. Develop and improve standards regulating urban design, urban agriculture, lighting, signage, landscaping, infill development, and vacant land management. Promoting and facilitating historic preservation. Developing sustainable development provisions regarding climate adaptation, renewable energy infrastructure, and green infrastructure. Syracuse Common Councilor Khalid Bey thinks this project will be a positive for the city and its residents.
Sustainable neighborhoods and opportunities for businesses in a way of retention and expansion that can help the city improve itself not only financially but even in terms of community camaraderie. So it's an absolute benefit.
Even though this project has been going on already for 3 years and will go on for a long time into the future, Councilor Bey gave a positive outlook for residents and neighbors once it is complete.
What you want is a more vibrant city. What you want is developing business. Hopefully along with that comes increased work opportunities for people who live in the city. You want an improved tax base, that over time will reduce or provide some relief in the way the tax burden for everybody, businesses and people alike.
According to the Common Council, they will need more information and direction on where and how the special permits will be used for the project before approving them.
The Neighborhood Preservation Committee will meet with the Common Council again next Wednesday in order to talk about this project and how it can help preserve neighborhoods.